Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Flawed TMI. Here I am out again with nature, beautiful, beautiful nature. Of course, our lovely airplanes and a few little onlookers because why? I am in my PJs. Why am I in my PJs? Well, for the past, yesterday, the information that I had given once again came off to me a little glossy, a little flip. Wow. No, just kidding. So anyway, it came off a little glossy to me. And I'm just needing to find a way to make it a tad bit more the truth. And the sad reality is, I guess when you get, when you get clothed and put on the little makeup, gloss, or whatever it may be, you put on the face that I guess you really want society to see you as, masking what you truly are saying, feeling, or going through. So for this beautiful, beautiful, I will call this particular vlog the Tawana Happy Birthday Weekend vlog. Here we go. I started off yesterday going into details about fatherless, or a couple of days before that, lacking. And I need to go a little bit more deeper into my real reality, my real truth. It's difficult for a lot of people to really understand when the first person that, or persons that are supposed to love you are your parents. When you, or when a woman finds out that she's expecting, in my world of thinking, I feel that she's supposed to feel some type of joy, and then she passed that on to the expecting father. And then it's his time to feel the expected joy as well. But I didn't get that. And I know quite a few others did not get that as well. So with that being said, I find myself just stuck in a cycle that I didn't realize until as you get older. And I am too damn old, but as I am now, just now, waking up, or as everyone like to say, woke, I see myself realizing how truly damaged I am. And I need to find ways to not necessarily come to terms with, I need to go through it. So I am going through it. And I'm going through it piece by piece by piece until I feel I am receiving peace. So pull up, everyone. I am not intending to make this a long blog, but I want to get as much of it off of me in order for me to have a nice weekend to share with my son. When I was growing up, I always thought that the home I had was the normal because I had nothing else to compare it to. You're supposed to feel that love as a child. You're supposed to feel safe, secure. You're supposed to feel so many things that will help elevate you in the world to make you, something that society could be proud of. Something that you can genuinely look out and say, something, I have something to contribute to this world. I didn't get that. Any and everything that you see before you when I speak to you and I say hello is all either a facade or something that I put together myself. And it's BS. It's total BS. I'm on the subject of fathers because I will go there first. A father is supposed to introduce to a woman or little girl the first platonic relationship with a male that she will ever have. That is his part. That's his job. His job is supposed to love you unconditionally, showing you right from wrong, and setting up a high bar that no other man is supposed to be able to reach onto. He is supposed to be able to give you that I love you, and you feel it without feeling like you have to, what do you want? What do you want? Is this all for sex? Is this all for love? What is it? He has given it to you to show you that you have a purpose, that you should always feel valued, that you are loved by him. And I didn't get that. First of all, I didn't get that because I didn't know him. And then when I had an opportunity of meeting him, he still wasn't that person. All I told you, I came from abuse, from a very abusive a woman that it was, if she woke up, I was getting abused. That was her purpose in life. And the sad thing about it was everyone knew. The neighborhood had known. Just any and everyone had known about it. And it sucks because I never ever believed in superheroes or anything, but I did escape in my own mind because I had to find someone to save me. And there was no one that was willing to take the challenge to come out and say, what you're doing to this girl is wrong. You need to stop or we are reporting you. That never happened. That never occurred. And when I sit back and I look on it, it happened more times than not. And when I go back to visit family and friends in Tennessee, it stunts my growth even more because when people engage with me, it's almost like they don't know what to say. So what they do is they bring up something that is so painfully uncomfortable to me that I'm like, do you get that? That's not the subject matter we should be having. You know, hey, I remember when you were such and such a high and this and that and so on. And then they mentioned her name and, oh gosh, what she did was wrong. And really? You're still bringing that up. So even if I had, by some freak of nature, was able to compartmentalize everything and put it aside to be able to wake up each and every day, someone brings it back. I mean, in my darkest hours, I already fight with that. When I go to sleep at night, and some people think of beautiful dreams, sometimes I go back to childhood, and it wasn't pleasant. And when I sit back and look at, okay, when I ran out to California to find this father, he knew all of this because he seen where my mother had came from. So therefore, he knew of this. His family known of this, and it sucks. You know, I'm not pointing any fingers. So I don't want anyone to sit back and go, well, I was such and such an age, or I couldn't have done anything. That's not the nature of this. This is just me getting this off of my spirit, so that way, if ever you want to have a conversation with me, we can have a real, genuine conversation. Because I don't look at anyone with any malice thinking that, wow, you should have saved me, because I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm broken, I'm flawed, but I'm still here. So I'm not having any complaints to anyone. It's just that I wish I didn't hurt so much. And when I sit back and I think about when I came out to California, this man who I did not know felt that the best way to educate me was to put hands on me, to threaten me, to call me all kinds of bitches and this and that in order for me to comply. Why would I ever sit back today and feel like love exists when this is my foundation? The ones who I thought were supposed to love me did not. What was it that was about me that made me not lovable to them? I always wondered, did I not look a certain way? Did I not walk a certain way? I don't know. It just is something that I sit back and it hurts, because the reality of all of it is that you do have to go through whatever hurts you, because if you don't go through it, what ends up happening is that you're maybe destined to repeat it. And I tend to have passed that particular type of life to my children. I'm not going to sit back and speak on my sons as much, because that's another time. But when it comes to my daughter, I feel like I did not shelter her the way that I needed to have been sheltered. And it really pains me to say that you cannot teach what you did not have. It was in my toolbox of parenting, those tools were not there at all. In fact, the person that I chose to make him her father was the same person as my father. Now, true enough, he was not physically abusive to me, but there were stories of him that I did not know about. And I sit back and I'm not making any excuses because when I got with him, we were friends. And I thought that I misunderstood the cues. No, correction, I didn't misunderstand. I sat back and I played an effed up game. I played an effed up game that I sat back knowing that unprotected sex would produce a child, and I did not take full responsibility. I should have taken full responsibility. I had known that he was not a hands-on father with his child, so why would I had imagined that he would have been for my children? Now, true enough, for my sons, he was there for them. He was a fun guy. He came over, want to play, roughhouse, this, that, and the other, fed them this, watched them while I went to work. He was that person. But when it came to, I did not know him. And he just wasn't there. I mean, the moment that I became pregnant, poof, gone with the wind. And he wasn't completely gone with the wind. He was always lurking behind a corner somewhere. God is majestic, but God has a sense of humor, because I will go out for an evening, just going with some friends. Lo and behold, he will be there. I will be out on a walk. Lo and behold, he will be there. I will go shopping somewhere. He was always, and we did not live in the same area. We did not frequent, we didn't have fraternize with the same type of crowd. So it was always interesting.